Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here. It is Wednesday, so of course, happy Wednesday. Today we've got a speed duel update deck for you guys. I was requested to update Destiny Heroes. Now, I still sort of stand by the fact that my Destiny Hero Plasma Control was probably one of my more favored Destiny Hero builds for this channel. And so I just want to update it real quick. Again, we're pre-ban list for anything that was released in our last set. So the midterm destruction box, 100% legal. Everything's at 3 still. And I'm just going to give you guys the deck list real quick because today is literally just an update and like a little bit of a thought exercise at the end. So just real quick, you're going to start with the skill. You're going to start with the skill switcheroos. This one's going to cost you a couple bucks because I don't think this has been reprinted yet. Flip this over when you activate it. Activate this during the main phase. Once per turn, you may shuffle one card from the hand back to the deck to draw one new card. Flip this over. You may use this skill up to twice in a duel. So it's not that this deck really needs too much of anything. You guys could also use Digging for Gold if you guys are looking for commons that you already have at home. Digging for Gold, again, should have been released in, maybe it was Streets of Battle City, or maybe it was the first Battle City box. Point is, this is the better version. You could play the other version if you need to. One just lets you draw a card by banishing cards out of your graveyard, but maybe you don't have cards in your graveyard yet. So let's get this 21 card main deck. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to play 3 copies of my Destiny Hero Plasma. So what makes Plasma so amazing and amusing was like, let's get some extra focus. Cannot be normal or set. Must be a special summon by tributing 3 monsters. So it doesn't matter how those 3 monsters get there. We can summon this guy on the first turn semi-consistently the way that this deck is built, just so long as we went second. I already said that. Negate the effects of all face-up monsters while your opponent controls them. Again, that's just kind of great. It's like, oh, cool. Yeah, no, you got Jinzo. That's right. Doesn't matter. He doesn't have an effect anymore, but whatever. Totally a thing. And then once per turn, target a monster your opponent controls. Equip that target to this card. It can hold a maximum of one of those types of cards. Gain attack equal to half the original attack of the monster equipped to this card by this effect. So, Destiny Hero Plasma is one of the few cards that can go up against Obelisk and still not be as powerful as Obelisk. Because again, Obelisk generally cannot be targeted. That's a static effect, such as his static effect that says he has no effect. So obviously then I could target it. It's this cool thing where like if he absorbed an Obelisk, he would only get to like 3,900. So if your opponent had 2 Obelisks, it's kind of pointless, but it's a thing. So that said, that's our big boss guy. It's super control because, again, if your opponent's monsters don't have any effects, again, sometimes it just doesn't matter who they are at that point. It's who are you? Next up, and again, this is pretty much verbatim from last time, 2 copies, Evil Hero, Infernal Prodigy. All it states is if you control no monsters, you can special summon this from the hand. So again, doesn't mean our opponent has to have monsters. Just means that we have to have no monsters, so he's a starter. Once per turn during the end phase, if it was tributed, to tribute summon a hero monster. Draw a card. Again, we're going to tribute it for a special summon. I'm not too sure a special summon of a hero is going to count, even though it is a Destiny hero. So probably not going to get your draw 1. Whole point here is just to put the body on the field. Next up, 2 captains, because again, captain summons somebody else that's 4 stars or less when he's played. Then you're going to go up to the 3 Hunter Dragons and the 3 Sonic Ducks. And the reason for these is they're 3 stars at 1,700 each. Hunter Dragon matters just a teeny bit more as it is dark attribute, as are the 2 heroes. Going into the spells, the reason the dark attribute matters is I'm still running the 2 Allures of Darkness. Again, the draw 2 is pretty darn good in Speed Duel, which leads us to the next spell card, the Enchanted Fitting Room, which is why the Hunter Dragon is accompanied with the Sonic Duck. You pay 800 life points, excavate the top 4 of your deck, and you can special summon any and all excavated level 3 or lower normal monsters. After that, shuffling the rest of them back into your deck. So as long as you start with one of 3 plasmas in a 21 card deck with an opening hand of 4, um, you should be able to get the 3 tributes to the field one way or the other to play into your Destiny Hero to do stuff. Now, the only thing that really changes with this deck in the main deck is the fact that since we got the new box, we don't need Cosmic Cyclone because we have MST. And MST, as you guys know, targets a spell or trap on the field and just simply destroys it. Still a quick play, doesn't cost me hit points, doesn't need to be face up, face down, sideways, in a pendulum zone. It doesn't matter. It can be French Toast Friday, Mystical Space Typhoon still doing its job. And this is the main deck. And again, this brings you up to 21 cards. There's 2 cards here for draw power. This kind of dumps cards out of the deck rapidly and onto the field. We got a guy who special summons by tributing cards, but it's a special summon, so it doesn't matter. It's all good. Just real quick, go ahead, screenshot or pause and make the notes real quick, and I'll be back with the rest of this in just a second. All right, going into the side and extra decks. And again, I got to do side deck first because I know how you guys are. Okay, first thing you're going to put in your side deck, 2 copies Dahlgren, the Mad Flame Kaiju. Why Dahlgren? Because Dahlgren is a tribute to the opposing side of the field. We can offboard any one card that we couldn't normally beat, and then we're just going to equip it to Plasma anyway. Give him an extra 15, that'll bring him up to 34. Immediate whoop stick, okay? So again, Dahlgren, good play, great play. Last time, you guys saw me using 2 Lost Winds. Now, I'm saying that this is entirely your decision here, okay? Could you play 2 Lost Winds still? Yes, people are still special summoning like crazy. Still valid. Or, because we didn't really use 3 ofs, because we weren't using Cosmic Cyclones or anything, you could substitute 2 Books of Moon in here. Again, it's quick play. This gives it a little more advantage. A lot of cards, even if they have their effects ripped away and their stats halved, they still have a weaker defense. So Book of Moon, definitely an option. And if you're looking for the most passive option, this spot can also be taken up with Sakuretsu Armors. These were also dropped in the last release. Personally, my playstyle, I'm probably going with either Lost Winds or Books of Moon. Again, depending on the day, I might actually go to the Book of Moon over the Lost Wind. But this is like my first, second, and third option most of the time. The other thing you can do is you guys can play Waking the Dragon still. Waking the Dragon is going to allow us to use our extra deck cards. And again, you got to remember, if we have MST, so do our opponents. Which means they're going to be hyper aggressive on the back row. Waking the Dragon is going to be very good. It's going to allow you to special summon from the extra deck. So, even without materials, and I know somebody's going to ask, because some people, it's a whole nother rant for another day, but I'm going to give you the short wave of it. You click on the mouse, or you put your finger right there on your phone, and you just grab the scroll bar, and you just do this, and you go, I don't understand that choice. Now, instead of watching the video, you guys go to the comment section and go, I don't understand Waking the Dragon. Fantastic. Anyway, Waking the Dragon lets you play the biggest card in the game, the card with the most effects in the game, the biggest piercing monster in the game, a somehow on brand, actually part of this guy's summoning, like spot destruction plus burn effects. Like, that's cool. The ability to collapse your opponent's side of the field, or one of the most technical cards in the game that, again, still has most of the effect of Plasma. So, yeah, that's the deck. I hope that you guys enjoy it. Again, it's just an update. There's nothing too big going on here. This is still one of my favorite ways to play for a Destiny hero to be the boss. Hopefully you guys liked it. If you did, consider supporting the channel with a like, comment, sub. Maybe somebody goes into comments and explains for the people who are going to eventually write in there how Waking the Dragon works. Or simply, you guys just go and have a great day. Okay? Hopefully I'll get to see you guys again next time. Again, Friday, we're going to have a Moki Moki Smackdown. I don't think I built this deck yet, even though we've had a majority of the cards I'm using for a while now. But the new skill, the new Moki, the King, it all makes it worth it, guys. And I hope that you guys will enjoy that one too. So hopefully I get to see you then. But until then, you guys have a good one. See you later.